You go to therapy, you journal, you try to set boundaries, you say your affirmations, but the world outside your window, still loud, still unjust, still exhausting, so you start to wonder, is it even possible to be mentally healthy in a society that, well, kinda isn't? Today we're diving into that question. Let's talk about the quiet tension between personal healing and collective dysfunction. Let's begin. Let's challenge a popular belief. We often treat mental health like a personal project. Fix your mindset. Take responsibility for your happiness. Do the inner work. And yes, those things matter a lot. But here's the thing. You are not a solo machine. You are a human in a system. And that system, economic, social, digital, shapes how safe, seen, and supported you feel. If the society you live in rewards burnout, silences emotion, punishes rest, and glorifies perfection, then of course your mental health is struggling. It's not all in your head. Some of it is in your environment. Let's name a few things we're told to just accept. Working 60-hour weeks to prove your value, being constantly online and reachable, measuring your worth by productivity, avoiding hard feelings to be strong, living paycheck to paycheck while pretending it's normal. None of that is emotionally sustainable. But because everyone else is doing it, we convince ourselves we should be able to handle it too. This is what therapists call collective dysfunction. When a whole culture agrees to patterns that make people sick, then blames individuals for not thriving within them. And the worst part? We shame ourselves for not keeping up, instead of questioning the race.
You ever try to do mindful breathing while your phone dings with breaking news every 3 minutes? Modern life's like meditate, hydrate, and scream internally. You're not failing at self-care. You're surviving inside a system that doesn't pause. We're going to talk about how to protect your peace.
You try to stay calm, you breathe, you don't take it personally. You regulate your nervous system over and over again. But what happens when your job is toxic, when the news cycle is relentless? When the algorithm shows you tragedy on loop, you can't deep breathe your way out of cultural trauma. You can't meditate your way out of housing insecurity. You can't journal your way out of broken systems. So what then? You're not broken. You're reacting appropriately to a society that often isn't. Ever looked around and realized everyone you know is tired, not just long week tired, but deep down, soul exhausted tired? Your friend who's always busy admits they cry in the shower. Your coworker who's killing it hasn't slept through the night in months. That strong family member hasn't had a real conversation in weeks. It's not just you. We're living through a slow burn crisis where stress is the baseline and burnout is a badge of honor. When dysfunction becomes the norm, it's easy to feel like you're the problem, but maybe you're just one of the few actually noticing it.
Quick question. If your mental health plan includes journaling, stretching, and screaming into a pillow, congratulations, you live in 2025. It's not you, it's everything. We can't fix the world overnight, but we can build pockets of sanity. More on how to do that, right after this.
Okay, so what do we do? How do we protect our mental health when the world feels like it's on fire? Here's what helps. Stop trying to optimize your healing. Your value isn't based on how productive your self-care is. Find or build tiny, safe communities. People who get it, who don't need you to explain why you're tired. Validate your exhaustion. What you're feeling makes sense. It's not weakness, it's human response to overload. Focus on micro boundaries. If you can't fix the system, shrink your exposure to it, mute the feed, say no, go outside, replace perfection with integrity. You don't have to be fully healed to live with purpose. Just stay honest, stay grounded, stay real.
You ever feel guilty for not thriving inside a broken system? That's capitalism talking. You're not a machine. You're a human being. Let's talk about boundaries, nervous system care, and healing, even when the world's still a mess.
You can be healing and still struggling. You can be doing the work and still overwhelmed. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you awake. You're not failing. You're navigating a deeply imperfect system with strength and awareness. And that isn't...
You know that feeling, right? You actually do the thing. You sit on the cushion. You close your eyes. You follow the calming voice telling you to breathe in and out for 10, maybe even 15 whole minutes. You touch that quiet space inside yourself. You feel centered. You think, okay, I can handle this. And then You pick up your phone, one notification, a passive-aggressive email from your boss, a news alert about the economy, a post from someone living their best life on a Tuesday afternoon, and bam! That fragile piece shatters into a million pieces. The cortisol is back. The tightness in your chest is back. It's like those 10 minutes of peace never even happened. It feels like trying to put out a raging forest fire with a tiny water pistol. And the whole wellness industry is standing on the sidelines, selling you better water pistols. Try this organic, celebrity-endorsed one. Try this app. Maybe if you just aimed it better, if you visualized the fire away with more conviction. It's a setup. It's designed to make you feel like a failure, so you'll buy the next water pistol, the next course, the next solution that promises to fix you instead of questioning the fire itself. Let me be absolutely clear. The exhaustion you feel isn't from failing to put out the fire. It's from the monumental, non-stop effort of just trying to survive in the smoke. The fact that you even see the flames instead of pretending it's just a cozy campfire, that doesn't make you weak or broken. It makes you the sanest person in the room. And the loneliest part? Looking around and seeing everyone else polishing their water pistols, smiling for selfies with the beautiful sunset in the background, which is actually the entire forest burning down.
Thanks for showing up for this conversation. Next week, we're talking about something that hits even closer. Why we sometimes pretend we're healing when we're actually just rebranding our pain. See you then. Rest well. You're doing better than you think.